Hello folks, this is Tom Martin. This is my lottery strategy game, Decoding the Powerball. I'm picking my numbers for the drawing on August 19th, 2017. I have 7 strategies with my game Decoding the Powerball. So strategy number 1, the game card color code. Okay, so if you've never seen my videos before, what you're looking at is what I call the game card. This represents all 69 white ball numbers for the Powerball lottery. I really don't have anything for the Powerball itself. My goal is to get all 5 white numbers correct and win the $2 million prize with the power play. Okay, so basically how this works is when the drawing goes off, I put the numbers right here, okay, to the right of the game card. So we'll see what the numbers were. They were 9, 15, 43, 60, and 64. So as you can see, I put those right here. Alright, so if you see the colors, there was 9. It was green, purple, blue, orange, and green. So 4 colors total. Okay, and I think it's going to be 4 colors this drawing as well. So basically how this works is, again, I put the numbers here, and then I transfer these last 3 drawings over to the game card as red numbers. And then I do the same for orange, green, blue, and purple. So I have 5 different colors, one for each of the 5 winning Powerball numbers. Okay, so over to the far right, I keep track of how many colors have come up per drawing. Okay, so there's been 155 color code drawings so far. Okay, and 84 out of 155 have been just 3 colors. 59 have been 4 colors. 11 have been 2 colors, and only 1 time have all 5 colors come up. Okay, and never have just 1 color come up. Okay, so since all 5 colors hardly ever come up, the strategy is try to guess which one of these colors won't be coming up and eliminate it from the game card. Okay, so for this drawing, I'm going to predict that no purple numbers will be coming up. Okay, and the reason why is because purple just came up 3 times in a row. Okay, and there's only 10 purple numbers, where there's 15 red, 15 orange, 17 green, and 12 blue. And another thing is, for the history of purple numbers, usually it comes up 2-3 times and then it goes away for some reason. Okay, and I just had a really long run of 8 drawings in a row of purple numbers. So I just think that it's due to miss. So I'm going to eliminate the purple numbers off of the game card. Just like so. Okay, so it's off to the next strategy. Strategy number 2, the individual numbers. Okay, so here in the individual numbers, basically how things work is the master of all the numbers is at the very top here. Okay, and over to the right side, you can see the drawing that I had. Okay, again, the winning numbers were 9, 15, 43, 60, and 64. Okay, so I'm going to point out to 64. I'm going to go up to the master number of 64 and work my way down. And you can see that I marked it green. Okay, so this helps me keep a track record of all the times that the 64 came up. Okay, and here's the 60 as well. So I like to keep track of every 5 drawings. So within this box right here, there's 5. This represents 5 drawings. So you can see for this 60 numbers here, for the last 5 drawings, there was 5 hits in here. Okay, so 2 for this drawing, 1 for this drawing, and 2 for this drawing. Okay, another thing that I do is I keep track of the groups that I hit. Okay, so this last drawing hit 4 groups. All right, so there's 69 numbers, so I divide it into 7 groups, and I'll point that out to you. Okay, so here's the whole card that you can see here. Okay, so again, here's a group, here's a group, here's a group, and again, there's 7 groups total. So there's only 5 white winning Powerball numbers, so 2 of these groups won't be able to have a winning Powerball number to it. Okay, so the strategy is try to guess which one of these groups won't have the winning Powerball number to it, and eliminate those numbers off of the game card. So for this drawing, I'm going to predict that no 60 numbers will be coming up. Okay, and the reason why is because the 60 numbers have been just so hot here. Okay, that I just think that it's going to cool down. And another thing is that, again, this represents 5 different drawings. So this first drawing here, there was a hit here, there was a hit here, and this other 5, and there was a hit here. So that's 3 in a row for the first drawing here. So I just don't think it's going to go 4. So again, I'm going to eliminate the 60 numbers off of the game card. Okay, so I eliminated the 60 numbers off of the game card, and this is what the game card looks like so far. So it's off to the next strategy. Strategy number 3, the 50-50 picks. Okay, so what you're looking at is what I call the 50-50 picks. Okay, so again, there's 5 white winning Powerball numbers to the Powerball lottery. Okay, so there's going to be a majority of either odd numbers or even numbers. Okay, so I like to keep track of that. Okay, so there's been 195 drawings total since October 7th, 2015. That's when the Powerball went from 59 numbers to 69 numbers. Okay, so out of that 195, 96 drawings have been the majority of odd numbers, and 99 have been the majority of even numbers. Okay, so another thing I like to do is I like to keep track of every 5 drawings. Okay, so this last 5 drawings, the majority was odd numbers. Okay, and then evens, odds, odds, bunch of evens here. Okay, so now I'm going to try to predict what the next 5 is going to be. Okay, and more importantly, what the next drawing is going to be. So I'm thinking that there's going to be more odd numbers than even numbers. Okay, so I have a couple others. The next one is high and low numbers. Okay, so I'm going to predict that there's going to be more high numbers than low numbers. Also left and right, and I'm going to predict that there's going to be more numbers to the left side than the right side. And the last one is red and blue. Okay, so I'm going to predict that there's going to be more to the blue area than the red area. Okay, and this is the only thing I do have for the Powerball numbers themselves. Okay, so the last number was 4. So I'm going to put that right here. So I'm going to color this blue because that means that it's low. Okay, and over here I'm going to color it blue as well because that means that it's evens. Okay, so again, this left column means highs and lows. Okay, there's only 26 numbers for the Powerball itself. Okay, so 1 to 13 is low, 14 to 26 is high, and again, odds and evens over here. So I'll let you see what the numbers were. Okay, and the color pattern that's going on here. So because this blue has had 2 hits, then 4 hits, then 1, I just think that this is just going to be a single blue, and so I think that the next Powerball number will probably be a high number. Okay, and over here as well, there's been a couple of singles, so I think that this blue is going to double up. So I think it's going to be a high even number for the Powerball. Okay, so I'm at the game card again. And again, when I pick my numbers, I want more odd numbers than even numbers. I want more numbers to the high side than the low side. I want more numbers to the left side than the right side. And I want more numbers to the blue area than the red area. Okay, so it's off to the next strategy. Strategy number 4, picking the numbers I hope will miss from group 1. Okay, so what you're looking at is what I call my group 1 numbers. Okay, so basically I have the game card here and I separated things into 4 different groups and I put colors to them. Okay, so basically what I do is I keep track of where the winning Powerball numbers land. Okay, so for this last drawing, there was 1 in the red area, the 9. There's 1 in the blue area, the 15. There was 2 in the orange area, the 43 and the 60, and there was 1 in the green area, the 64. Okay, so when it hits all 4 groups like that, I call that a row. Okay, so the drawing before that, there was no winning Powerballs in the green area. Okay, so the strategy is try to guess where this 0 is going to pop up. Okay, so I have 15 of these option cards here. Okay, so at the minimum, there's going to be at least 7 zeros. Okay, so on average, I keep track of how many zeros have been per drawing. Okay, so over here, there's been 12 zeros. Okay, the one before that was 14. Okay, so again, there's always going to be plenty of zeros out there. So the ones that I'm going to predict for this drawing is, I don't think option card number 3, green, is going to come up. So I'll go back to number 3 here. Okay, so I don't think any of these green numbers are going to come up. So I'm going to go to the game card and eliminate these green numbers off of the game card. Okay, and I'm also going to get rid of the 53 and the 58. Okay, so they share the square with the 68 and the 69. Okay, so basically all I'm doing is I'm keeping track of groups of numbers, and if I don't believe that they're going to come up, I eliminate them off of the game card so I don't consider picking those numbers. Okay, so I'm going to go back to group 1 again. Okay, so the next one I'm going to go with is number 12, blue. Okay, so I'll go back. Okay, so here's 12, blue. So I'm going to eliminate these blue numbers off of the game card. Okay, so hopefully none of these numbers will be coming up in the drawing. All right, so I'm going to go back, and there's one more, and that's option card 13, the green numbers. Okay, so it's the 6, 66, and 8, 13, 15, 22, 24. Okay, so I eliminated the 66 because it was a 60 number. Okay, but it shares the square with the 8, so now I'm going to eliminate the 8 as well. Okay, the 13, 15, the 22, the 29, the 38, and the 47 here, so I'll get rid of those. Okay, so now it's off to the next strategy. Strategy number 5, picking the numbers I hope will miss from group 2. Okay, so what you're looking at is what I call my group 2 numbers. Okay, so much like group 1, where that was divided into 4 different color groups, this is divided into 8 different color groups. Okay, so basically how things work is I keep the stats down here. Okay, so you can see this 0 here. That means that none of the 5 white winning Powerball numbers landed in this red area. Okay, and the 2 means that 2 of the 5 white winning Powerballs landed in this red area. Okay, so again, I like to keep track of every 5 drawings here. Okay, so that will give me a majority of what's going on. So there was 3 zeros here, so I color it blue for cold. And you can see there was 3 hits here, so I color it red for hot. So as I go down through the history of things, you can see that this got really, really hot here. And now I just think that it's ready to turn cold. Okay, so I think that this red section here of option card number 1 won't be coming up. So I'm going to eliminate these numbers off of the game card. So I'll go to the game card. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate the 1, the 9, the 65, the 33, and the 41. Okay, the 65 shares the square with the 25. Okay, so I eliminated the 25 already because it was a purple number. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate that. Okay, so as I go back to my group 2 here, so basically what I'm saying here is, do you think that the 1, 9, 17, 25, 33, 41, 49, 57, and 65 will come up? Okay, so all I'm doing again is just keeping track of groups of numbers. Okay, so if I don't think they're not going to come up, then I'm going to eliminate them and not consider picking them for my winning numbers. Okay, so the next one I'm going to go with is option card number 2, the green area. Okay, so we'll see what those numbers look like. Okay, so it's the 65 to the 32. So we're going to eliminate the 26, the 28, and the 30. So I'll take those off the board. Okay, so I'm back in group 2, looking at option card 6, the orange area. I don't think these orange numbers will be coming up. Okay, so it's the 5, 14, 21, 30, that pattern all the way down. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate the 5, 14, 21, and the 46. So I'll take those off the game card. Okay, so I'm going to go back. Okay, to option card 7, I don't think any of the orange numbers will be coming up on option card 7. So that's the 41, 34, 43, 36 all the way across. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate the 43 and the 36. So hopefully none of those numbers will be coming up. And that's all the numbers I'm going to eliminate. Okay, so it's off to the next strategy. Strategy number 6, picking the numbers I hope will hit from groups 1 and 2. Okay, so I'm back in group 1. And now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to predict what numbers will be coming up. Okay, so I'm looking at this option card 14, the orange numbers here. Okay, so you can see that there was 2 zeros in a row here. And most of the time when there's 2 zeros like this, usually there's a hit right after this. Okay, so once in a while you'll get like 3 zeros in a row, or sometimes even 4. But for the majority of the time, it's usually 2 zeros and then there's a hit again. Okay, so I'm going to hope that that happens again this time. All right, so I'm going to see what's left on the game card and match them up with these orange areas here. Okay, so it was the 2, 4, 65, 27. So the only thing left on the game card is the 2 and the 4. So I'm just going to write this right over here. Okay, and that's it for group 1. So now I'm off to group 2. Okay, so I'm back in group 2, and now I'm going to try to predict what numbers will be coming up. Okay, so I'm going to mark it with a red area for hot. Okay, so I think this blue area will be coming up. All right, so I'm going to see what's left on the game card and write those down. Okay, so I got the 2, 10, 18, 42. Okay, so I'm going to go back to group 2. Okay, so the next one is option card 3, the brown area. Okay, so I know that this is gone, so I'll see what's here, and I believe it's just a 42. It is, so I'll write that down as well. Okay, so I'll go back to group 2. And then the next one is option card 7, the red area. Okay, so I know that the 18 is there, so it's the 65, 18, 27 all the way across. So it's the 18 and the 20. Okay, so I'll go back to group 2 here. Next one is option card 8, the gray area. So it's 3, 10, 67, 26 all the way down. Okay, so there's that 42 again. We'll see if that comes up. Okay, so next is option card 9, the blue area. So it's just a 2, and maybe the 34. No, just a 2. So I have a good feeling that the 2 will be coming up. And next is option card 11, the yellow area. Okay, so it's the 412. I believe that's it. Okay, and I believe we're getting close here. Okay, so option card 12, the orange area. Okay, so it's this 1, 10, 18. So I believe it's the 10 and the 18. Okay, so I believe that I just have one left here, option card 14. And it's the yellow area. So it's the 34 to the 44 and the 13 to the 7. So I got the 7 and the 35 and the 44. Okay. Okay, so it's off to the next strategy. Strategy number 7, picking my numbers. Okay, so when it comes to picking my numbers, again, I thought there was going to be more odd numbers than even, more to the high side than the low side, more to the left side than the right side, and more to that blue area than the red area. So the numbers I'm going to choose this drawing is 3, 7, 35, 42, and 44. Okay, so I'm hoping that those numbers will come up for me. Okay, so I'm always looking for people to play my game. So instead of charging a fee to play, I like to charge a commission for using my system. 1% if you get all 5 white balls correct. You can read the fine print, and if you're interested, you can email me at trm6776@gmail.com. So again, the numbers I'm going to go with is 3, 7, 35, 42, and 44. Okay, folks, I appreciate you watching, and best of luck with your picks.